Yo, so it seems like everybody's talking about how they're losing interest in Genshin Impact. And while that hasn't personally affected me as much as some other people, because I'm not a whale, I'm a dolphin. I've paid money for this game, but not nearly enough to the point where I have every single character and every single character to C6, having all the weapons and being able to clear Spiral Abyss without any trouble. That's not me. So I'm still interested in this game. I haven't completed every single challenge, at least not every single challenge easily. I still need to try to complete stuff in this game, basically. But I am also feeling some of the burnout that content creators have been talking about. And many of them have talked about already the lack of anniversary rewards, the rather underwhelming power levels of Kokomi, Yoimiya, and Raiden not being able to proc Beto's ult, even though she is still good. She is not as good as she was in the beta, apparently. But even then, I'm still feeling some of that burnout, right? It's not just whales who are feeling the burnout. Free to play players also play through the game content. They play through the Archon quest. They get all the chests. They beat Spiral Abyss. They get all their talent level up materials. They're done with the game. That's because that is the game. So there's a lot to be said about needing ending content. But I also want to talk about in this vid the kind of content that is already getting released, which is for many of us the new characters, right? Each patch comes with 2 or 3 new characters, sometimes even 4, like version 2.1. We've gotten Aloy, who is free, Fujo Sara, Raiden Shogun, Kokomi. So that's quite a few characters, especially for just one patch in a 1 to 2 month time span, right? And in previous patches, we've gotten 3 characters, 1 character, 2 character, 1 character, 2 character, and not all of the patches are similar in size or in terms of how long they last. But the point is, characters are coming out rather frequently. At least there is at least one new character every single month now. And that um I think that impacts the game in ways that many of people don't think about, which is that once you've been playing this game for a long time or a significant amount of time, maybe let's say 6 to 7 months, you will be able to get all of the characters that you need to do all of the challenges in the game. So it's not just a matter of having hard challenges, you're also getting tools at a rate which is outpacing the amount of content we're getting. At least the kind of count challenges we are getting. And you see MiHoYo trying to fix this by adding new challenges, especially like floor 11 where there's corrosion. But even then, you don't really need new characters to beat corrosion. You can just use Barbara. People are complaining about that because nobody wants to play Barbara, nobody wants to play Chi-Chi. So that's a problem. That's why they're complaining about floor 11. But you fundamentally don't need new tools to deal with floor 11. And Kokomi doesn't even heal that well, to be honest. She is a sub DPS healing character, support, hydro applicator. But she is not actually the best tool for floor 11, in my opinion. If you don't have any other healing characters, then she might come in use. But if you have Barbara and Chi-Chi or, I don't know, what other healing characters are there? Basically any healing character can do floor 11 better than Kokomi in my opinion, but they might not be able to do as much damage or they might not be as fun to play, but you don't need Kokomi to do floor 11. So they still haven't created more challenges that require certain characters, and that's for a reason, and that reason is called free to play, because not every single free to play character will be able to free to play player will be able to get the character needed to complete certain tasks. So they can't make the tasks too exclusive. They can't have like a challenge marked with a character like labeled, this is the John Lee challenge. This is the CN challenge. This is, well, I actually don't know what challenge you would need to need CN to complete, but and John Lee is pretty much just an anti any challenge. He is good in everything. The point is, MiHoYo has to balance the content around both free to play and whales. And that's kind of the reason why I think there is a gap between what whales want and free to play players want, which is not to shit on either free to play or whales. It's just that their needs are a bit different. Because for whales, they already have all the tools in the game or most of the tools. For free to play, that could be different because You're not going to get as much primo gems. Your tools are going to be different. But even though as a semi free to play player, I am a dolphin. I do spend a million in this game, but I still need to try to beat Spiral Abyss. So I can't imagine what free to play players would be like. Yes, if they do try, if they play every single day, if they play this game religiously and do all the side events, all the content, then they probably will beat the game similar to whales. But that doesn't mean they have all the tools. And I can't imagine what that end game content would be like that would cater to both whales and free to play. So that's another problem. But in terms of characters, I'm getting less and less excited for each new release. Not only because the characters are getting less powerful, or at least they aren't as powerful as previous characters such as Ganyu or Zhongli. It's just because I have all the tools I need, right? Even if the challenges do become more complicated or more of a hassle to solve or to complete, that doesn't mean I need new characters. It just means I need to power up my characters even more. I might even need new weapons for them, but not necessarily characters, right? What kit would new characters have to have for me to want them? I can't think of much at all. There are still characters I want, like I still don't have a Geo Archer. What other characters are there? There's no Great Sword. There's no Claymore for Hydro characters. There's no Catalyst for Cryo. There's no Hydro still don't have a pole arm. So and Geodes still don't have a bow. These are gaps that still need to be filled in addition to Dendro characters. So I'm just going to want those characters by virtue of not having a type of them. But aside from that, I don't think I need or want more characters. I just need to power up my current ones. So my excitement level for each new patch of Genshin Impact is going to go down significantly when I'm not getting excited for the characters. And I think that is true for a lot of whales as well, especially since they have most of the characters already. Not like me, I have like 70% of the characters, but most of the 5 stars I don't have. I haven't whaled for this game. I've dolphined. So free to play players might still be excited for new characters, while whales, which are the majority of content creators, in my opinion, are not going to get that same excitement. So that leaves the question of even if they do get endgame content, I don't think Genshin Impact will be as exciting for them as it was in the past, simply because it was a new game. There was more possibility involved in what kind of content this game might have. And it remains to be seen if Genshin Impact can remain popular, even though it is still a ginormously popular game. I don't know if Genshin Impact can keep up the current pace it has without sacrificing some kind of interest from the whales and content creators. Um, if you have an opinion on that, tell me. Are you still excited for the new characters? What are the new characters you're excited about? Because let's see. Well, what are the characters that are going to be released in the immediate future? Right? Wow, that's a lot of scrolling. It's Goro, Toma, and Yaimiko. I don't care about Toma. He just seems like a worse pyro version of John Lee. Goro, he's a Geo Archer, so that's kind of interesting, but I really hate the cat aesthetic, so I'm not getting him. Yaimiko, I will probably pull for, even though I wasn't too big of a fan of her in the story. She is still a waifu, and I'll probably get her. Or at least I'll save up for her and try to get one copy of her at least. But I'm just from a gameplay standpoint, I'm not excited for them at all. Are you guys? I don't know. So if you want to tell me, then comment in the comment section, like and subscribe, or don't. Who cares? Uh, what do you see for the future of Genshin Impact? What kind of endgame content do you want in this game? What kind of rewards do you see endgame content having besides Spiral Abyss? Because it can't be Primo Gems, or else free-to-play players are going to rare. Maybe it'll be cosmetics, maybe it'll be skins, but that eats into the profit that MiHoYo gets from players paying for skins. In my opinion, it'll probably just be something completely irrelevant, like a title, a name card, or I don't know, housing furniture. Not exactly the most exciting stuff.